Hey there, good morning. I'm John. Today is Thursday, October 31st, Halloween. If you celebrate, well, it's Halloween even if you don't celebrate, I guess, but this is my daily vlog. Each morning I turn the lights and camera and talk about what I've been doing next, and how it's going. Trying to make content creation indefinitely sustainable, and it's coming along. So let's start by talking about yesterday, which was Wednesday. My goal yesterday was twofold. To get out a quick long form about a new indie game, physical indie game, and also to prep for the coming Thursday, Friday, which is today and tomorrow. First and foremost, in the morning, I finished up my pod publishing tasks. Once Mo got the article and stuff ready, I had to do all the cross-pollination of stuff. But that new podcast is out today. It's available wherever you listen to podcasts. The one we edited on Tuesday, so new episode available. Got that out. I did, in the afternoon, then work on the getting out that indie game. It's funny, it's a long-form video. It ended up, by the time I wrote it and everything, it was only about 3 minutes long, because really it's, hey, there's this game exists, here's what it's like, you should know about it because it's a new physical thing, just kind of spread awareness. Surprised how short it ended up, but I mean, I didn't have anything else. It would have just been dragging it out, but I kind of really did it just as a favor to the developer who is putting out brand new Atari Lynx games, which is pretty cool. That video overnight's only done about 1,400 views, and is it being kind of just a little promo? It might not do incredibly well in the long term, but it did its job, which is to get out awareness about this game, which is fine. So, and one of 4 videos I'm putting out this week, so all's well. And of course, yesterday afternoon I did everything, the graphics and the gameplay recording and the research and the writing and edit, all that stuff, and it ended up, it took me about 4 hours, maybe 3.5, 4 hours. And then also both at lunch and in the afternoon, I did some fine tuning on the essay that I plan to do for Friday for Saturday, tomorrow. And also the last little bit of prep that I needed for Friday plays, almost. Anyway, let's talk stats and we'll get to today. On my little chart here, I'd like to be ideally at or above this midpoint, which is 13,000 views and 80 subscribers average over the last 7 days. And up again a little bit, almost off the chart on subscribers again, 16.2 thousand views and right at 150 subscribers. Wow. So it was because yesterday was a bigger day than I'd expected in terms of subscribers. That has led us, you'll remember yesterday we were at 64.5 or so, and this morning, Halloween morning, we've rolled over to 65,000, which is, yay! They're sneaking up on me at this rate, which is really cool. So 65K, hooray! Here's to, I don't know, what rate are they going? What's the prediction anymore? I don't know. Something by Thanksgiving, 68 or so. I don't know what it's going to be. Hey, let's talk about today. My primary 2 goals today are to produce the Friday plays for tomorrow. I'll shoot and edit and publish that for members ahead of time, and then schedule it for release tomorrow, of course, as I always do. I have that all picked and the gameplay ready, and I know the game well, so that's going to not be a problem. And then the final little bit of essay writing and start gathering B-roll. I think I have it. It's going to happen, but I'm still working on the particular bullet point talking points. Even though I have the thoughts, I got to organize it in a way that makes sense. I need to go back to 3x5 cards like my English teacher used to make me do the research reports to organize things. But I hope to have that in a position where once I hit Friday morning, I don't have much writing left to do on it, and I can just get shooting. Before I go, I wanted to comment on, a couple of days ago, someone in the comments, Jeffrey, had very kindly commented on, hey, I always recognize your videos because really nice thumbnails. Thank you for that. I wanted to take a moment because it hadn't been a while since I kind of done a little creator corner here talking about the importance of thumbnails and the things that I learned. When I first was laid off and went full time, we invested in a course with a creating company to start, and it wasn't like a one-on-one thing, but it was like you have quick access to get answers and feedback and stuff. And I started right away by going, they had like a section for, rate my thumbnail and how to improve it. I would make one and give it to them. And it was brutal when you think you're a creative person and you upload something and they go, well, that doesn't make sense, and that doesn't make sense, and that doesn't make sense. And I had to get over my ego of like, well, I made that. They're trying to help me, right? And so what I learned is clutter is the enemy. Try to keep a thumbnail simple. They say a First of all, a thumbnail's job for a video on YouTube these days is to stop the scroll. Because you're just doom scrolling, looking for something, and you want something that grabs your attention long enough to go, oh, what's this? And stop long enough. And they say your eye next goes right to the description. Next time you're browsing YouTube, notice that. As soon as you see a thumbnail you like, watch where you look next. It's the description. That adds more context to the thumbnail. So they also say, don't duplicate information. If it says, new top hats in the thumbnail, don't start the description with new top hats, because they already know that. The description should add new information, or put that, if you're going to repeat it at all, put it at the end of the description if you're just looking for searchability. So that's the first thing. But then they said this rule of 3 is try to not put more than 3 elements on the thumbnail at once, because your brain just can't see that much stuff as you're scrolling. So if you've got a logo and a guy's face and a big arrow and a picture of a toy and a logo of your channel and a blurb about whatever and the speech bubble and it might look great if you sit and look at it as a piece of work, but if its job is to stop the scroll, it's too busy. And so over time I've learned to minimize the stuff that I do and put just 2 or 3 words, if any, a big image of the thing and just some kind of blurry background. And really just about, grab your attention. I try to pick a little kind of askew angles sometimes, so it's different than all the just straight horizontal. Whatever you can get your attention. And so I want to thank Jeffrey for mentioning that. He liked mine, and I thank you. I've been honing the craft. It's not like I was good at it, and I keep being good at it. I don't even know if it's good enough yet, but over the years I've learned simple, eye-grabbing, bright, colorful, and easy to glance, and also a good rule of thumb, zoom out on it. Make it really small. Because if the words or the information on it can't be discerned at a small size, a lot of people are watching on mobile, and they're scrolling by, and it's postage stamp, so if it's got a lot of tiny words or tiny detail, you're not going to make that out anywhere. So really big and bold stuff. And so I think if you look back over the last maybe 3-4 years of thumbnails, like scrolling back through our thing, going back in time, you'll see them looking in over the past as you go back in time more and more complex and involved. They had a bar and a type of video and a logo and a pixely edge and all this stuff, to where I've simplified it. Every day I start with a clean slate, like empty thumbnail. Here's my image. Start adding images to it just until you have just enough, rather than, I used to have a template that I would insert graphics into, and now I start from a blank and add things onto a blank canvas, because turns out less really is more in the case of thumbnails. Just big, bold, and eye-catching, because they don't have to be a work of art. They just have to stop you from scrolling and give you a sense of like, what is this? Which that's what gets a click, is what is this? What does he mean by that? So anyway, Jeffrey, thank you for the question, and I wanted to chat about it because some people are watching for what's my journey. Some people are watching for how's your stats. Some people are watching for tips and tricks. So it's you never know what you're going to get, and you never know what I have in my brain when I wake up first thing in the morning anyway. So today it's thumbnails. Because I also have a couple from my next 2 videos waiting to go, which I love having that. I mentioned before, having them up there is nice ahead of time, because then over time you could keep coming back and looking at them going, I could tweak this, I could simplify that, I could do something else, rather than trying to do it after the fact. So, yep. That's my little workshop for this morning. All right, I'm going to go get busy on my work for today. I'm going to thank you for popping in to check out today's vlog. If you did, if you're here every day, I love you for that. We have a happy Halloween day. Don't forget to do something spooky and good for yourself. And I'll talk to you again next day. Bye-bye.